Hey, what do you say, my fellow weekend warriors? Are you guys ready for some fried chicken? I have 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I'm doing it outside today. This way I don't make a huge mess in the kitchen. It's always easier to clean up out here. And hey, if you're new here, my name's Mike. I'm all about cooking outside. I love cooking out here on the weekends. It's a great de-stressor. Come outside, get some sunshine, cook up something really simple that everyone else can do too. And if you're into that, hit that subscribe button and let's get into this fried chicken. And I'm telling you, this is gonna be some of the best fried chicken you've ever tasted. I always go for the thighs when I can. They've got more fat, more flavor. They don't dry out like the breast. And all we gotta do is lay them out here flat. We're gonna season them with some salt real quick. And I'm just gonna use some pink Himalayan salt. I wanna get both sides. And this is all we're gonna put on it for now. A little bit of salt. Flip them over and get the other side. And the way I'm gonna prepare these is snack size. So cut them in half, whichever way you can. So this little thin guy, I'm gonna go right down the long side. Cut that off. It's up to you if you wanna get rid of some of the fat or not. I'm just gonna leave most of this on except for these excessive pieces where there's really no meat. So just cut that off. And then as I cut them, we're gonna put them in a container because we're gonna brine these in some buttermilk in a second. Okay, and as far as fat trimmings go, that was it. So not much to do on that. Let me get this cleaned up and we'll move on to the next step. And then all that's left to do for this step is to cover it in buttermilk. Go with about 2 cups here. Put the lid on. And this is gonna go in the refrigerator for a minimum of 4 hours. You could take it up to 8 hours. What's gonna happen is the cells of the chicken are gonna open up. They're gonna pull in the moisture, the salt. So we're kind of doing a brine here with the buttermilk. It's gonna make it real tender, nice and juicy when we go to fry it. So 4 hours in the refrigerator, and then we'll come back and get it in the fryer. Wow, I can't believe how fast time goes. That chicken only has about an hour left to marinate, and so real quick, I wanna show you guys a nice spicy garlic sauce you can make from scratch. If you don't like spicy, you could use barbecue sauce, no sauce. This will be what we put on at the end. So to start, just a little bit of cracked salt. That salt's gonna help this garlic break down. And so I'm gonna use this guy. We're gonna crush it. And then run it around in circles. It's gonna release all the oils, extract all that awesome garlic flavor. All right, now to that, this is a 1/4 cup of peanut oil. You could use any kind of oil you want, really. Olive oil would be fine. All right, next up is a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. It's ground cumin. Then I'm gonna go with a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. You know I gotta have some smoke flavor in there. You ready for the heat? So this is cayenne pepper. I'm gonna go, well, I guess I'm gonna go a full tablespoon because that's all I got left. Get that in there, give it a mix. You wanna do this at least 45 minutes to an hour before your chicken goes into oil. You gotta give time for this oil and all those flavors to combine. It's gonna be nice and spicy. All right, and I almost forgot. I need about a tablespoon of brown sugar in there. So a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat. There we go. Now I can finish mixing it. It's gonna help it stick to the chicken too. That nice sticky sugar. And then I'll just pour it into a glass bowl until we're ready to use it. And we'll come right back to start working on the chicken. All right, it's been 4 hours. There's actually a little bit of a rain outside, so I moved it into the garage. No worries. I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour here in a bowl. We want to season it. Even though we've already seasoned the chicken, you still got to season the flour just a little bit, so a couple pinches of salt, a couple pinches of black pepper, and then with a clean, dry hand, just go ahead and get it all incorporated, mixed real nice. Here's our chicken that's been marinating in the buttermilk. So I got the flour in the middle. Then I've got just a baking pan that we're gonna put the breaded chicken onto. So let's get all this situated. And it's real simple. I love this because you don't need to use an egg wash. I'm just gonna take chicken thigh, get it into the flour, just like this. Then we'll go back into the buttermilk. And then back into the flour. And then onto your baking sheet, just to sit while you get these done. So I'm gonna go through this whole batch. You can do a couple at a time if you want. So flour, shake off the excess, back into the buttermilk. And then back into the flour. Simple as that. All right, now for the fun part. You want your oil up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This is peanut oil. I've taken it up to 400 degrees, knowing that when I drop this cold chicken in, it's gonna bring that temperature down. So we're gonna go ahead and drop these in. It's about 2.5 inches of oil in the bottom. You could probably get about 4 or 5 done at a time. And they'll probably take, you know, between 5 and 8 minutes. And then after about a minute, just come in and gently move them around, make sure they're not stuck together. All right, so the first batch is done. This took about 10 minutes, roughly. So we'll get this guy out of here. Got it going on a rack on top of a baking sheet so they can drain. And while the rest of those are frying over there, now's when you want to come hit them up with your sauce. So this is my spicy garlic sauce. A little bit of brown sugar with there. Just hit them up, and then we'll flip them over and get the other side. These are going to be awesome. Like I said, if you're not a spicy person, barbecue sauce, or you could just eat them plain. Those would be good too. And in fact, we're not gonna wait to finish these. I gotta try one now. Let's see how it tastes. Here we go. Ooh, did you hear that crunch? Man, nice. Really good, spicy. That buttermilk is awesome with that breading. You gotta try this. Hey, if you like what we're doing over here, hit that subscribe button right there, and definitely check out one of those videos right there, and I'll see you over there. It's starting to rain again.